Alright. Oh, finally back. Bit of a longer stretch there. I don't know what happened, honestly. I had a couple of nights of like not getting good sleep. Like a couple of nights in a row where I was like up all night and then I had to get up early one day. I don't know
Hey,
if
babe.
that's what it was. Hey, Baron. Hey, Baron. But for like the last 2 days, and I don't even mean like the last 2 nights, I mean like the last 2 full days, I've been
Hello there.
like unable to like stay awake for any real length of time. Like throughout the middle of the day and the middle of the night and everything, just like sleeping for like an hour, rolling over, staying awake for like 20-30 minutes, and then falling asleep for like another hour. It's been real bad. Like today's the first day where I'm feeling pretty good, like I could actually stream today. So that's a plus, I suppose. I don't know how I got my sleep pattern so bad that it was like that though. But oh well. Alright, let's pop that axe away. Today I am finishing up the last of the job quest storylines that are still like way earlier. Warrior is the last job that I still have at like 60 or something like that in its storyline. I still have like a full 10 level storyline to play with. I think I've finished all the others. And then depending on how much I got my vocal cords trying to do the warrior quest line because of all those stupid giant row barbarian men. I have a bunch of other jobs that, like, I finished all the major storyline beats for, but I still have, like, an 80 quest left for them. Right? So I may do a bunch of those if I feel like voice acting them as well. Like, 20 different characters today. I guess we'll see. And then, I have a couple of quests available in Boja. I think I have like 2 or maybe 3 quests available in Boja.
B, but I'll slap your knee. Fishy to be, but I don't know ye. Fishy on me, it's a fishy to be.
So I might do some of that stuff too. Today's a bit of a variety day. I know I'm doing Warrior and I'm probably doing some Boja stuff. How much of anything else that I do, I suppose will be a little up in the air.
Give me that fish! Give me that filet fish! Give me that fish!
What the hell, Baron? It's just fish, all the fish. All the fishes. Alright, where are you? I'm done now. Hi, Broken Mountain. Field training. Oh, God. Fortuitous timing, Ash. Decided on how we might set about training Dogono. Fortunately, as you're already aware, my brother will not be present. Seems his situation is more grave than I initially thought. Since his clash with Dogono, he has been unable to draw upon the strength of his inner beast. He insists revisiting the basics of axe work at the Marauders Guild will restore his abilities. I suspect his troubles lie elsewhere. Same can be said for Dogono. Interruptions, it's fine, Baron. My brother and I did not complete formal training in the ways of the warrior. You may recall we had last discovered a way for him to control the savagery of his inner beast. A dire encounter that hardened his resolve to protect his allies, thus allowing him to temper his rage. She believes her problem will be solved through physical training, but for to succeed in this, we must recreate a similar experience for Dogono. It may prove perilous, but I could see no other way. We will not have to wait long for the opportunity. As chance would have it, we received a request for aid in routing a group of Mamoja now occupying the ruins of the city of Nim. Originally came here for want of work, Unable to find it, however, they took to pillaging and plundering. Not even Maelstrom convoys are spared their attention. To make matters worse, the area also serves as the front line of ongoing battles with the kobolds. Either of these tribes alone is already a handful for our forces. Can't well cope with both of them. That's why a squadron of newly trained warriors has been called to undertake this incursion. Laguna will be accompanying us. Your presence will be imperative in the event she loses control. When you're ready, make for the ruins in Atalanosha. Also, I'm like way out of outfit for Warrior Quest, but I don't care. I'm really not a big fan of like the Berserker Barbarian look. I don't care, right? So I'm just gonna wear what I want to wear. Every single one of the warrior armors, like the artifact armors they've ever given me, I've taken one look at and been like, yeah, let's throw that in the trash right now. Like, they all look terrible. Like, look at all these big, heavy armors and skins and furs and stuff. Like, some of it's okay, but most of the artifact warrior stuff looks more like this than it does like this. And I'm not bad. I'm okay with this, but this type of shit I don't want. This garbage, big, fat armors. No thanks. Good, everyone's here. As far as I could discern, the mammal jaw have divided into two groups. Primary force targeting the next Maelstrom shipment. What appears to be groups of sentries posted to ward them of any unwelcome interference. Being the most skilled among us, I would have you sneak into the heart of the ruins and do away with those keeping watch. Meanwhile, I'll lead the others along a northerly route toward the long climb and engage their primary force. If all goes as planned, we should be able to meet where the two paths join. If Dorgono should be overcome by her inner beast and shows no signs of regaining control, we'll retreat immediately and seek you out. We should come to blows, I beg of you. Do what you must to stop me. That's all. If there are no questions, let the operation begin. Huzzah. He seems very energetic for someone who could basically snap at any moment and kill us all. I love he's like, sneak in behind enemy lines and attack their units, and I just jump on a motorcycle and fucking rev the engine up and fly through. Woo! That works. Like, as stealthy as possible. Also, I love that there's any indication of let's use stealth in a fucking warrior quest. It's like a waste of time. Just blow in, make as much noise as possible, and you're done. That's how warrior quests work. Good job, but I'm better with the axe, idiot. Ash. By the look of sweat on your brow, I assume you made quick work of the sentries. We, for our part, managed to claim a narrow victory over the main mammal shot force. Despite the chaos and havoc of battle, Dorgono remained unaffected by her inner beast. I am slave to Karash no longer. I am master of the inner beast. Master, far from it. Brother, what are you doing here? You've been following us the whole time. Following? Nonsense. I was merely taking a walk. Yes, I was taking a leisurely walk through the ruins of Nim when I happened upon your small altercation with the mammal jaw. Couldn't help but notice your form, Dorgono. Your battle form, that is. Anyone with eyes could see you were hesitating with every swing of your axe. You'll never learn to control your inner beast if you're too afraid to push yourself and draw it out. Believe me, I know. Afraid, am I? That's rich, coming from the pathetic worm I sent flying into the waters of the wolf's den, Pierre. Worm? You ungrateful little... Call me that again and I'll... Oh god, just get a room already. I don't want to fucking see... I don't want to see Barbarian Love Story, the movie. Just get a room and be over with it. Tell you whatever I please, Worm. If you have any complaints, take them up with my axe. You're lucky I'm feeling under the weather today. When next we meet, I'll have to beat some manners into that pretty little head of yours. Just get it over with, you two. Can we not have 10 levels of this shit? Please? It may not look like his judgment, I have to agree with my brother. I too notice you seem to be holding back. When the battle was hard won, you showed little need to overexert yourself, let alone call upon your head a beast. I meant to hold back, it's just... Well, I thought it better not to worry the others. You needn't be hard on yourself. You did not learn to control your inner beast, no, but we have defeated the mammal jaw. Shipments to Limsa are now safe. We should all be proud of what we've accomplished today. Now let us return to the Morby dry docks for a well-earned respite. The thrashing of the mammal jaw must have been a glorious sight. Never have I met a man so fearless, so strong. Strong enough even to overcome me when my inner beast is unleashed. Only I could take you to the Asm Step. I have to go. You do what exactly with me if you could take me to the Asm Step? What's that? Oh, man. I could probably turn off the mount music, but whatever. Seems we'll need more than a small scuffle with beastmen for Dorgono to gain control over her inner beast. Would that Curious Gorge were here to assist us. You also find it strange you would take time away from training to speak with us. Or rather, with Dorgono. No, not at all, because he's blatantly obvious. My suspicions are true, he faces an obstacle unlike any he has faced before. I'm sure it's nothing you need concern yourself with. You done well this day. Rest now and gather your strength. You'll surely need it for the trials to come. Push comes to shove. God. Hush. I'm afraid I have not but ill tidings to share. Mammal Jaw have returned with reinforcements. According to reports from Maelstrom Command, they have their eyes fixed on Wineport. Having been driven out from the ruins of Nim, I have no doubt they mean to take the village as their new base of operations. Fan the flames of their aggression, and thus it's our duty to put matters to rights. I feel they pose too great a threat to consider this part of Dorgono's trading. Regardless of what may happen, I expect you to prioritize the Mammal Jaw above all else. When you're ready, my men and I shall meet you at Raincatcher Gully. You know, I know a couple of ninjas around here that could probably help. Scouts tell us the Mamalja is still to the south. No way of knowing which path they will take to reach Wineport, so we must head them off at every available avenue, as they turn the hamlet into a battlefield. I shall ask you to head due south and do away with any enemies you find along the way. The rest of us shall sweep west towards Red Mantis Falls, then south through the Severed Stream. Dogono, you'll stay close to me in the rear. You'll aid me in support, nothing more. If you insist. Sorry, Dogono, but there's too much at stake to risk you losing control of your inner beast. Yet with you joining me in support, I fear we may lack the strength to do away with the Mamalja. No need to fear, brother, but you have my axe. What a welcome surprise. Are you sure you're able to fight? After bashing boulders and toppling titans with the Marauders, I never felt better. Ugh, you again. Come to slow us down, Worm. No more than a horn-mad cow unable to control her inner beast. How about when this is over, I show you my inner beast and... Enough, both of you. Brother, if you're sure you can handle it, I would have you take the lead. Oh my god, dude. Every time I have to hang out with Curious Gorge, it's just like, okay, can we get this story done with, please? He's an idiot. Right then.
Hello there.
Hey, Swish. Let's move quickly. Ash will meet where the paths join on the road leading to Limsa. I'm dealing with a stupid barbarian love story. It's just as bad as it sounds. Hopefully I can just get through this fast. Oh look, I caught some other guy doing it. In the middle of it. Just leave it be for now. Looks like he's about at level though. Yeah, he's 67. He's in the right zone. I'm way over the top for this one because I'm 90. And done. Thank you, Swish. Oh, love all air teams. Yep. You know what? I could just spawn these and then just like right in the middle of his, just kill everything. Just kill off one of his and both of mine, and who cares?
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Oh, are we gonna kill 6 enemies at once? That'll be fun. Oh, what the heck? Gosh, thank goodness. You're unharmed. The mammal's jaw, they caught us unawares as we passed through the Severed Stream. Had no choice but to make haste toward the rendezvous point. As I feared, brother's boasting was just that. He was the first to falter and failed to keep up as we fled. Him along with Dogono. Great, they're both being pressed hard. Please, you must find them before they're slain by the mammal's jaw. Or worse. How they doing? Oh, Dogono did pretty good, but they're both kind of a liability at this point. Be on your guard. Dorgona, she defeated the mammal jaw, but... Inner beast? That's fine. And her beast has consumed her. Like, this is like the 5th time I've beaten the shit out of someone who succumbed to their inner beast. I think I'm okay, dude. Strength has failed me, Ash. Please, you have to stop Dorgona. Easy enough. Hey, not bad. You got control of yourself. I did it! I suppressed the will of Koresh. All on your own, huh? For now. Could it be? She overcame her inner beast through her resolve to protect me? No, idiot. Flames of her spirit burn so brightly, yet it feels as though mine have all but gutted out. Pray return to the others without me. Can't face them like this. Whatever. Seriously? It says it's gonna start an ad in like 5 minutes, but I ran 3 minutes at the beginning to try and buy myself an out. Oh, whatever. I guess they'll just lie to my face about how much ad-free time they'll give me whenever I run my own. I'm done running my own then. Let Twitch just fucking destroy its own entire website by overblowing the fucking ads. Why don't we? You struck 2 birds with a single stone. Mamalja had been repelled, and Dorgona has at last gained control over her inner beast. Power of Karash is now mine to control. Soon my people will welcome me back with open arms. Let's certainly hope so. Let's return to Morby Dry Docks and prepare for your send-off, shall we? Like the courage to ask before, but now I must. Would you return with me to Azam Step? There's much my people could teach you, just as you could teach us. With your help, we would never need fear the will of Karash ever again. Please say you'll join my clan. Join your clan? Not really. Protect Eorzea. Must remain here to continue my training. Just ... baby. As awkward as possible. I'm sorry, what was I thinking? Making such a silly request. Great, so Curious Gorge is gonna run off to the Azam Step and join a friggin' Zayla clan? Alright then. Good that I asked. It was foolish of me to think you would give up your life here in Eorzea. Come, we should return to the Morby Dry Docks. The others are waiting. I mean, I can easily go to the Azam Step and trade with your guys for a while, but I'm not moving there. Besides, I'm already the Han of the Azam Step, so there is that. Was it Han? No, that might have been the name of the leaders. Did they have a different name for me as, like, the champion? I don't remember what it was. I think Han is the name of the leaders of, like, each of the clans or whatever. I don't remember what their name for me as the champion was. Pains me to let such a fine warrior leave. Still, I cannot begrudge you for wishing to return home. Part of me wishes to stay and repay your kindness. Before coming here, I was certain redemption was beyond my reach. Yeah, I forgot what they called it, but that sounds familiar. I know Han, like Khan, but it's pronounced Han, right? Khan, but I think that's the name of each clan's leader. That might also be the name they gave me, because technically by winning the competition, I'm like the leader of all the clans. But I think they had a different name for the champion. Now, thanks to you and your warriors, I have learned to harness the power of Karash. At last I can return home and show my people this strength as a gift, not a curse. Thank you, everyone, for everything. Farewell. Maybe if part of this actually takes place in the Azam Steppe, they'll call me that, and I'll be able to see what it was. Once again, we are indebted to you, Ash. Not only have we eliminated the Babaljaw threat, we've helped Dogono on her way to reuniting with her people. Assuming they take her back at all. Like, she could try and go home and tell them she's managed to harness her beast, but they may not be willing to listen. There still remains the matter of my brother. You do not dare to admit it, but I knew from the moment he laid eyes on her that he was in love. Yeah, obviously. And therein lies the problem. The only love he has ever known is that for his axe and the thrill of battle. In light of her less than favorable treatment of him since his defeat here at the Wolves' Den, fears love and loathing for her at odds with one another. Unable to get a grasp on his emotions, he's lost touch with his inner beast. He'll be distraught in her absence, to be sure, but as they say, time heals all wounds. All we can do now is wait and hope he recovers. If anything should happen, he will be the first to know. Oh, is that how they spelled it? I thought it was K-H-A-N, but that might be the same way. But I think it's still pronounced Han, if I recall correctly. Let me see. What are the Walls canon titles? What? Really? Once we get through the MSQ, like Adventurer, Bringer of Light, Liberator, Warrior, blah 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 blah. Title is chosen Hero of Eorzea, Champion of Eorzea, Warrior, Slayer of Gods, Icon Slayer, Liberator, Han of the Azam Steppe. Okay, so he is titled Han of the Azam Steppe. Got it. Bringer of Light, Warrior of Darkness, and I guess Stealer of Pants. Savior of Ishgard is canon, I think. Okay, yeah, so the title is Han of the Azam Steppe. Got it. I freaking love the fact that we're like, canon, our canon titles, we have both Warrior of Light and Warrior of Darkness is hilarious to me. I love that. There's so many freaking titles, man. Going the distance. He's going for speed. He's on a road. Quest right after Nadam called Glory to the Khan. Then I guess that is what it is. Because I think Han is also a title used by each clan leader. But I guess by winning the competition, they just made me like the leader of leaders or something like that, right? Which is why it's Han of the Azam Steppe. Like, leader of all clans. Something like that. He's gone. My brother is gone. I spoke with... Oh god, that name every time. Liernzon. And his men claim to have seen a man fitting brother's description boarding a ship to the Far East. Fucking psycho. Like, he didn't even approach the idea of, hey, I'll go with you. He just instead jumped on a boat and sailed off after her like an idiot. Love-struck fool. No doubt he's run off to find Dogono. In his wicked state, there's no telling what misfortune may find him there. Would that I could go and search for him, but I cannot leave my post here in Limsa. Shames me to ask more of you, but do you think it possible you could find him? Yeah, undoubtedly. I've got the Aetherites. I can just teleport there. Bless you, Ash. If he's searching for Dogono, then he's making for the Azam Steppe. The plains are as vast as she claimed. You'd do well to find the closest settlement and begin your search there. The gods are kind. Someone will have seen him. I also love that everyone in that Reddit thread was like, canon titles. Yep, Stealer of Pants. That's right. Definitely a canon title. Oh man, the Warrior of Light has some dumbass titles. Safe travels, Ash. Pray causes no more trouble than he already has. Information and reunion. Of course, this jackass Curious Gorge forced me to teleport literally like the longest distance I could ever teleport that I don't have a favored location set at to cut down the cost, right? Technically, there are teleports that cost more than 993, but I usually use favored destinations to shorten those. A large man with an axe. You have any idea how many brutes with axes come stomping through these parts? You mind, game? There's so many quests I didn't bother to do in Reunion. It's just, they're all over my map and I can't see anything underneath them. Aetheryte tickets for anything over 500? I thought I usually did too. I may still have that set, or I may have turned that off. I don't know, I'll double check. Ah, that unruly fellow in search of the Karel clan. If he took my advice, he's headed due west to search for their settlement. Or what's left of it. Oh. Has her clan been, like, wiped out while she was gone? That's too bad if it's true. Burly red-faced Rogadin. As I remember, he was asking after the Karel clan. They haven't lived here in ages. Or have basically every single member of her clan fallen victim to the will of Karash. Did her clan just, like, go crazy and all kill each other, pretty much? Oh, yeah. It's just, like, in a completely open area. Although the only major settlements here are, like, 2 or 3 of them based on the biggest clans. And most specifically the ones we visited in the story. Seriously, Gorge? Just uppercut that fucking weasel. Get up, stupid. Thank you, kind stranger. Had you not arrived, I would have... Ash? What are you doing here? That can wait. Dorgono's people are under attack. Come, we have to help them. Okay, so not from themselves. They're actually being attacked by some other clan or something. Oh man, yeah, they've been, like, totally wiped. Or is it just by the wildlife? I doubt it. Most clans are able to handle the wildlife. Ash, you've come. Hope is not yet lost. I failed to see why you chose to bring the worm. Worm? What? Could you just tell us what happened here? The Karel settlement was attacked, but I was too late. It's all there was to be seen when I arrived. You needn't worry, though, they escaped. I managed to track them back to Reunion. Upon finding them, however, I was greeted with looks of fear and disgust. They would only suffer me long enough to explain the will of Karash is to blame for their woes. Okay, so members of the clan did just fall victim to the inner beast and start slaughtering their own clan. Exiles of Karel have created a clan of their own, the Shahan. Oh god. They offered me shelter when I was first cast out. The Karel see the will of Karash as a source of wrack and ruin. The Shahan praise it as a blessing from the Dusk Mother. They commit all manner of heinous acts when Karash takes hold. Some would even slay their own kin and claim it in the name of the Mother. I could not abide their savagery and soon left. Still, my people mistake me for one of the Shahan now. After all that work, all the training, they would deny me. But I cannot give up. I will avenge my people and earn their trust. Cool, so the warrior quest line ends with us slaughtering an entire clan of warriors who freely, willingly submit to their inner beasts. Kind of makes sense. Your opponents are warriors who freely indulge in their inner beasts. You do not stand a chance alone. I will help you. I have no need of your aid, Worm. You would only get in my way with your wriggling and writhing. Ash's proven axe, on the other hand, would be welcome. What say you? Sure. Like, these people slaughtered an entire clan. I'm supposed to be the Khan of the... I'm not gonna let a group of crazed warriors run around slaughtering clans, that's for sure. Thank you. Your presence alone is worth 100 warriors. Aye, and with me at your side, there's another 100 at your disposal. Dealing with the Shahan should be as child's play. She's like, will you shut up and leave? No one wants you here. Do as you like. I only ask you don't slow us down. But now return to Reunion and rest. Shahan have grown careless and should prove easy for me to track. When the time comes, I expect you to be ready, Curious Gorge. Oh, I mean, right, you could count on me. Should not be long, Ash. Soon we'll put an end to their madness. That woman is insufferable. She's arrogant, rude, pig-headed. She finally called me by name. You're such an idiot. She's also right. Battle against the Shahan would be folly in my present condition. Let us return to Reunion. You know, I'm not really putting nearly as much gravel into my voice as I normally do for Rogadin. But then, I have a bunch of other quests and stories I want to do today. I don't want to destroy my fucking vocal cords in the first 30 minutes of my stream, so that's fine. I wonder if I turned this off. Always used for costs above... Oh, I'm using it for anything over, like, 1,000. There's only a few teleports that are 1,000, though. Let's do anything over, like, 750. Just let me speak plain. Why exactly are you here? I'm not here to steal your girlfriend who doesn't want you. I'm here to kill some rogue warriors, dude. Brother worries about me, does he? Seems I've made good company of trouble in recent days. Ever since I was bested by Dorgono at the pier, everything has gone wrong. My inner beast remains dormant and my ability to fight along with it. Moments when my blood quickens and I dare to hope that the inner beast would awaken, only to find myself racked by visions of Dorgono and my strength abandoning me. I know not what is going on inside me. I know not how to conquer it. I knew only that I had to follow Dorgono. What in heaven's name is wrong with me? I have no interest. None whatsoever. I'm giving you the ... bro, because I have zero interest in being your freaking love counselor, thank you. Like, figure it out yourself or go home. What am I doing bothering you with this? Sure you have a veritable mountain of troubles of your own to contend with. In any case, this problem is my burden. It will not be solved by thrusting it upon others. If I am to be ready for our battle, it must be solved quickly. I won't keep you any longer, Ash. Do what you must to prepare, and I shall do the same. Surprisingly calm and collected. Oh, did he finally realize what fucking teenagers know to be true? Like, have you finally learned what love is, stupid? Timing is impeccable as always. A task well suited to a man of your many talents. Aside from my training, I've taken to working with the merchants here in Reunion. My most recent venture being the delivery of horses. I was asked to take a pair of horses up north today, but I'd feel at ease knowing there was a rider in both saddles. Speak with the sprightly fellow over there, and he'll see that you're fit to ride. Make for Mol-Ilo, and I'll meet you there. Mol-Ilo. Milo. Oh, it's been a while since I've been out here in the Azim man. Oh, Curious Gorge did mention someone would be coming to help. Yes, your horse is right over here. Safe travels, friend. Can it fly? Nope, can't fly. Oh well. And it's moving super slow. Lucky for me that I'm miles ahead of every freaking encounter in this area. I guess part of it is trying to, like, dodge enemies while you're moving around, but since I'm 90, none of the enemies can do anything. Baron! Screaming cowboy! Jump on a horse and bear it immediately. Screaming cowboy everywhere. Oh, God. I mean, I'm so slow. It is appropriate on the plains. Do I not?
Water and 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 water and
Water. Okay, drink. I wonder if I actually don't have the map, the riding map for this area, or if this quest is just real fucking slow. I'm figuring it out, Baron. Oh, my horse. Thank you so much. I don't know where I'd be without you, adventurers. Is the other bully-looking fellow over there with you? Right in the face. Hey, it's been a while since I've seen you guys. The people of Young Ship will be together. Science to beyond the sky, we prayed for you in our own way. And subverting the final days is what, oh my god, is what grandmother saw at her dream. Wow, she's actually acknowledging something beyond Stormblood. All is right with the world again, and we have you to thank. Hey, Temilun. Laid by the gods is at an end. Okay. By light radiant, born of a traveler's bond, seek and you will find. Go and hope of grace. Light radiant, born of a traveler's bonds. I wonder if she's talking about me and Aaronville going to Margaritaville. Like, or if that was supposed to be more about some of the, like, post-Endwalker stuff. Major NPCs do change their dialogue after the end of days. I don't really talk to a lot of them, though. So it's interesting to see. Whenever we hit a quest line that, like, involves them, sometimes I'll talk to them and be surprised by the stuff they say now, but, yeah. Like, that happened after 6.5, and I went back and I talked to Silva and Unakalhai and stuff like that. Right? Because it's like, they had a lot to do with that storyline, but... And Reen and Gaia and all them, too. Ah, there you are. Is this not invigorating? The feeling of fresh air on your face, the wind blowing through your hair. Bereft of the strength to fight, I've been given much time to drink in the beauty of these lands. Much time to think. Yep, he's totally gonna move here at the end of the warrior's quest line. Like, move here and train with her people or whatever. I think he can feel the hair through that helmet. Yeah. I also do not think he has hair under that helmet. He may not. I wonder what armor I'm even getting from this questline. Is it her armor? I would have thought I would have gotten that at the end of the last questline. Maybe I'm gonna get a suit of armor that looks kind of like the Shahan warriors whenever we meet them at this point. Since I was old enough to hold an axe, Path of the warrior is all I have ever known. Pursuit of ever greater strength, my only purpose. Realize now how narrow my view of the world was. I was convinced my defeat at the wolf's den was the reason Dorgono has been constantly on my mind. My wounded pride served only to further cloud my judgment. I'm surprised it took him coming out to the Azim Steppe to, like, cool down and feel the wind in his hair and relax and admire the beauty of the place or whatever. It sounded like the place where they grew up and trained as warriors was kind of like this area. Maybe different, because it was probably up in the mountains with a lot of the other rows, so it's probably more mountainous, less plains, but still, big, wide open, beautiful landscapes should not be new to him. Though I guess he never took the time to admire them at all before. But see clearly now. Clouds are gone. Finally understand why Dorgono has vexed me so. Good. Please don't. Oh god, I don't need to listen to this. Good, you figured it out. Now shut up. Love her, Ash. From the moment I laid eyes on her, she has home-ganged my heart. Oh my god. I'm gonna beat you to death if you don't stop with the stupid puns. One with these feelings, little wonder she trounced me so at the Wolves' Den pier. I'm once more master of my emotions. Already I can feel my inner beast has reawakened. If I am to regain my full strength, there's only one thing left to do. Profess my love to Dorgono, and in the doing, rid myself of any lingering doubts that may still inhibit my inner beast. Like, I feel like the warrior questline is probably one of the weakest ones of all the job quests. It completely lost focus. Like, Paladin is pretty bad. Paladin's pretty bad. Like, they finish the new interesting questline in Heaven's Word, and then they waste the rest of their time going back to do more gladiator stuff, right? Like, Paladin's pretty bad. But Warrior questline is like it completely lost track of the storyline and has fucking turned into a rom-com, and it's stupid. It's like we never found our way back to any interesting storyline with the Warrior here. Can't go full beast mode with a boner, apparently. Blah, blah, blah. Let's return to town. Hopefully there will be enough time before she arrives to think of what to say. I mean, I don't think so, because this is the last quest, dude. I can't even imagine what the 80, like, how worthless the 80 quest is gonna be. Like, what's it gonna be, right? Am I gonna have to look at the two of them, like, joining the clan and starting a family or some trash like that? Like, what kind of warrior questline is this? The last 20 levels have been a stupid love story that's uninteresting. Took you so long. Every time I look into those powder blue eyes of hers, I lose all train of thought. Now that you're here, perhaps I can muster the courage to, Dorgono, what is wrong with you? There's no time for your drivel. The Shahan mean to strike again. They've always been prone to violence, but I fear their recent attack on the Kara has given them a taste for pillaging. Love on the battlefield, etc. It's so boring. We need to attack Mol Ilo next. Quickly, we must stop them before they can reach town. Man, if their next target is my actual clan, then I'm definitely gonna have to kill them all. Shut up, Curious Gorge. I don't have time for your stupid love nonsense right now. Damn it all. Again, I was distracted by the quiver of her come-hither lips. Ew! Embarrassed to admit it, but love proves to be more terrifying than any foe. The fear must be struck out of me. Literally, I want you to slap me as hard as you can, Ashra. Crack your battle-hardened palm across my face. Fucking gladly. Get your butt over here. I will slap the shit out of you. You're so annoying. Damn, that's smart. Any other in my heart might have stopped altogether. Good, good. Slap him 10 more times. Slap him 10 more times. This idiot has completely derailed our storyline for his stupid rom-com. Slap him again. Kokono must know of my love for her. I'll shout it from the mountaintops if I have to. Like, he won't shut up. Literally, my actual Zayla clan, the one that took me in, is about to be slaughtered, and you're still blathering on about a love story I don't care about. Well, rolls her eyes so hard she sets off an etheric shockwave every time it comes up. Yup. Like, I'm okay with love stories, but not in the middle of the Warrior's quest line, dude. There are 1,000 other things I would love to see in the Warrior quest line about battle rage and stuff like that. Other than this garbage of this fucking stupid old man who doesn't understand love and is like a fucking child. No interest in his story whatsoever. Yeah, all I can do is roll my fucking eyes and beat the shit out of Fury's Gorge for boring me to death. The Shahan are close by. Overcoming their forces will be no easy task. Dark Knight questline is probably my favorite, to be honest. Dark Knight questline is really good. Dark Knight questline, I think, can be really polarizing because the Dark Knight questline puts words into your wall's mouth for you. Like, the Dark Knight questline kind of puts its own spin on your Warrior of Light and, like, his darkest thoughts and things like that, that some people who play it might be like, I didn't think any of these things, shut up and stop telling me what I'm supposed to be thinking, right? But it is a really good questline. And if people can get past the idea of they're putting words in my mouth and think of it more as like, these are not words in your mouth. They're putting voice to like what the darkest thoughts that your Warrior of Light has, the kinds of things that everyone thinks, but no one really gives too much credence to because it's not really how they feel, right? Then it's much more easy to accept. No, you must be especially careful of their leader, Nyaga. He is able to wield the power of Karash to its fullest. When he taps into that strength, he is nigh unbeatable. With our combined might, we may have a chance. Speaking of which, Curious Gorge, are you well enough to fight? Better than well, for I am in love with you. I love you, Dokono. I love you. It's like, she doesn't care. What are you doing, you witness worm? Keep your voice down. She's like, will you shut up? I don't care. Also about love to a degree, but it doesn't make you want to switch to machinist and shoot an NPC. To a degree, yeah. Like, the beginning of the Dark Knight questline gives voice to, like, your deepest, darkest, like, thoughts. And then partway through, it's about, like, healing from trauma and becoming strong enough not to suffer from it again, basically, which is a lot of what you get with Sid and Riel? Is that her name? Riel? The girl. I can't remember. And then they give a little voice to, like, loving and caring for other people kind of thing, which is what I think a lot of the storyline with the little boy, who was also just like a fragment of you given life, right? To echo your own emotions. That part of the storyline was pretty much about that sort of stuff. Which was interesting, because now you've seen, like, you've kind of given voice to, like, your darkest and your lightest emotions both, and then sort of made peace with both of them. It was weird. Your bellowing has given us away. You're an idiot, Gorge. What have we here? Gorgono, you have some nerve showing your face here. You value your life, you'll crawl back to whatever hole you came out of. Then the level 80 quest's about accepting it and loving yourself. I don't know that I did the 80 quest. with Dark Knight. I'll double check that in a second. Never. What you have done to the Corel, your own people, is unforgivable. I will not allow you to bring such ruin to others. I was too weak before, but thanks to these warriors, the power of Karash is now at my beck and call. I have the strength to put an end to you. What we do in the name of the Dusk Mother. If you defy her will, there is only one punishment fit for such heresy. I somehow don't think the 70 artifact armor is gonna be his armor. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably not his armor that I'm gonna get for the 70 artifact. I don't know why I feel that way, but, you know, something is making me feel that way. Like, I don't think they're gonna give me that. Nama, goddess of the dusk, hear me. Unleash your nips. I mean, if any class should do that more often, it's warrior. It should all be like fur and like half covering your body and looking like a barbarian constantly. But instead, it's all giant, bulky, shitty, disgusting fucking World of Warcraft tank armor. Hear me. Grant us the strength to smite our enemies. For one glorious moment, let the blood spilled here slake your unquenchable thirst. You know Nama does not give a shit about you slaughtering people in her name, right? Curious Gorge, prepare yourselves. Maybe it is her armor, but I would have thought we would have gotten her armor at the end of the 60. Though no, wait, because we get one at 50, and that would definitely have been Curious Gorge's armor. Then at 60, we probably ended up getting... Was his brother wearing armor? Because I think we had to... Didn't we have to fight Curious Gorge's brother before we, like, fought his inner beast, and then he decided to go Scholar, or whatever the fuck he is now? After that, I think. So maybe it was his brother's armor? Maybe we are going to get her armor then this time. Leave it to me, my sweet vixen. I will show them what it truly means to unleash one's inner beast. Yep. Unleash his inner beast all over her. This is what he wants to do. Jesus Christ, Gorge. Shut up, man. I've looked it up, it is hers. Okay. Part of me thought we got hers before. Whose did we get at 60? Gorge got to. Whose did we get at 60? Was it Gorge's brother? Gorge got to it first, I'd watch it. Ugh. I will be glad to finally have this last skill, though. I will say that. Because this last skill is the one that lets you fell cleave again and again and again, right? This last skill is the one that lets you triple fell cleave. So that'll be nice to have. Not having had it all the way up to 90. Am I really doing 0? Oh. That's a Karash if I could harness all my strength and do a single strike. Okay. So this is just some garbage about standing around and waiting for Dorgono to do her fucking cutscene moment. Go for it. I fear my love, you need to say the word. Oh god. Dual tech attack between this love-struck dipshit and his new girlfriend. Let's just lead you right into here, please. Go ahead and use some mitigation here. Cringe! Oh my god, his was even heart-shaped. That's fucking stupid, Gorge. This is the dumbest thing ever. Like, hers is a fiery rage and his is just stupid hearts. Yes, 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 yes. Get him beaten up, please. No, I don't want to save him from the mammoths. Knock him down. Knock him down. Damn it, I have to save him from the mammoths. In order to keep this going, I have to save him from the mammoths. I should probably lead him back in. Oh, she's getting attacked by mammoths too. Alright, let me just get them to come to me then. Like, none of this is really dangerous. I'm just waiting for the enemies to stop messing around and get to me already. Wow. Everything about you is cringe as fuck, Gorge. Like, everything about you is the cringiest possible. Crush of our inner beasts. Yep. And together we unleash it. Yeah. Good for you. Huzzah, you have a super cringe, disgusting love romance nonsense. Like, I'm not against love in general, in case anyone's wondering, but this is just the cringiest, most disgusting love story I've ever seen. I do not want to see Curious Gorge's love story, thanks. Boom! Dude, like, half of that encounter was just waiting for them to build up that stupid explosion. Like, half that encounter was me not even being able to damage anyone, and no one doing any real damage to me. Yeah, man. This warrior questline completely lost its train of thought, like, at 60. And they never found their way back to it. We did it! The Shahan have been brought to heel. Perhaps now I can finally return home. Oh? Quite a display, Curious Gorge. The worm has at last shown himself a warrior as he lost himself to his inner beast. I mean, it's still doing it. It's doing it. That stupid thing where it's like, just show them from the back over and over again until they finally turn. Curious Gorge? Cool, kick his ass. Although I'm sure he'll finally get it under control, blah, 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 whatever. And now she's in love with him. Yep, now seeing him raging, she's finally in love with him. Whatever, just be done with this storyline already. You're both stupid. You are both the dumbest you could possibly be. You're perfect for each other. It's over. We have won. You needn't prove yourself to me any longer. You've always been so strong, so caring. No, I was mean to you before, but in truth, yeah. Whatever. Love you, Curious Gorge. Ugh. Cringe. Everything about this storyline is cringe. Just fanning herself. Idiots. You're perfect for each other. Now, go be in love somewhere in the Azim Steppe and never make me see this again. Yeah, I'm still not sure about this hairstyle. I love the feathered braids, but everything up top and in front, I'm not sure of. The hair floofing about all over the place is kind of not my thing. Give me. Though only for a moment, it seems my inner beast got the better of me again. So what if it did? Shahan have been defeated? I owe it all to the two of you. When the Corral hear of this, they are sure to welcome me back with open arms. I will share with them all I have learned of controlling the will of Karash, and I would do it with you. Come away with me, Curious Gorge, and together we can start anew with the Corral. Yeesh. It's a good thing the Corel aren't one of the major clans. I'll never have to pay attention to this horrible story again. Long I've waited to hear those words. Sadly, I must decline. Though it is true we defeated the Shahan, I cannot dismiss the fact that I succumbed to my inner beast. If I had turned on you when you needed me most, I could never forgive myself. A man who lacks such self-discipline is undeserving of a wonderful woman such as you. Oh god, will you both shut up? Let's continue training to master my inner beast and become the realm's greatest, well, second greatest warrior. When that day comes, I will find you. Second? Surely you mean third? The honor of being the realm's second greatest warrior is mine, and I doubt you will ever surpass me. Just wait and see. I'll rip those horns off that pretty little head of yours, then... Actually, I may not hate her outfit. We'll see once I try it on. At least it's a little lighter and a little more, like, fur and leathery. I hate that pauldron. That pauldron is disgusting. I don't want anything to do with that stupid pauldron. But the rest of it isn't terrible. Well, you could certainly try. I will gladly fight to keep my title and can think of no better challenger. Till then, take care of yourself. Actually, it's not hers now. I see it. Oh, wonder what it'll be then. I'll check it out. I can scarcely believe you overcame that monster Nayaga on your own. Title of Realm's greatest warriors, rightfully. I didn't overcome him on my own. You guys blew through his stupid bullshit immunity, and then we all fought him. I really didn't do it alone. But never forget, should you slack for even a moment, I'll be there to take it from you. I suppose after today's exertion, we've both earned a moment's respite. Let's return home. I yearn for the shores of Limsa, and my brother's no doubt sick with worry besides. Really, every single time what's happened with the warrior armors is that the armors are big, bulky, disgusting World of Warcraft things, or the pauldrons are gigantic, which I hate, or the bracer is gigantic like it is on Curious Gorges, which I hate. All these big, overblown, disgusting, cancerous growths on armor, I fucking hate all of those, right? I like a sleek, cool-looking armor, not these horrible, disgusting armors with giant growths all over them. Gladdens me to see you both returned hale and whole. Once more my brother's inner beast burns fiercely within him. From what he has told me, Dorgona has at last been reunited with her people. Our ventures in the east were not without trouble, though. Much of which could have been avoided if not for my failings. I know you wish for me to resume leading the Maelstrom's warriors, brother, but I am unworthy for the role. I myself am still in need of training. That is why I would dedicate myself to honing my skills, that I might someday be worthy of the position again. I suspected you might say as much. Very well then. If you truly believe this is best, I will not stop you. Find your own path. When you're ready, I'm sure it will lead you back to us someday. Thank you, brother. I must be off to Hidden Falls. There's much to do if I'm ever to be a match for Ash or Dorgono. Every time I see this guy, all I can think about is Brokeback Mountain, then I just want to play the Oh, sometimes wonder if he will ever be satisfied. I confess I admire his fervor. You inspired him to reach new heights. I have every confidence he will emerge from his training a new man. Nevertheless, I hope we may look to you for aid should we find ourselves on hard times. Finally! What's that called? Infuriate or something like that? Whatever that skill is. I finally have the triple fell cleave, like 20 levels late. Leveling and running content as warrior without triple fell cleave was Wasn't really difficult, but it was definitely me being kind of a drain on everyone else who ran content with me. Although I never use Warrior for the most part. How did I mostly level Warrior? Was it mostly through Frontline? No, I probably did run some dungeons and stuff, because tank few times are always really good. Or just passions would have roused any kind of beast in me. Stormblood in order to undertake the next series. Complete Shadowbringers. Role quests to have loved and lost. Yeah. Once you've done so, the next warrior quest will be available from Curious Gorge. Oh, so is it all the way back at the stupid... Yeah, it's all the way back at the waterfall. Okay. Moonward Rapier. And not a big fan. Okay, so I still have inner release. Yeah, that's inner release. Okay. Brutal visor. That's an interesting visor. Brutal Lorca. Oh yeah, that's definitely not hers. I don't know who the fuck's that is. That's no one's. That's completely new, I think. Oh look, another disgustingly overly large bracer that I don't want. That's getting trashed. Bye-bye. Oh, God. You know, depending on what the boots look like, I may hate or love this. Nope. Boots are disgustingly overburdened with a giant fucking growth, too. Don't want them. And this is way behind any level that I am. I already have, like, a radiant battle axe. I'm good. And I don't like the way that looks anyway. I'm probably not going to keep any of this armor, to be honest. Yeah, I'm probably not going to keep any of it. Some of it looks somewhat okay, but not enough that I care to keep a class-specific armor. I hate class-specific armors. If they look really good, I'll keep them. But I'm sick of, like, single-class glams. They're so annoying to me. Right? At the very least, I want a full roll glam. I don't like individual class glams. And this is not terrible, but it's not worth having a single class glam. I'm never going to end up using it. I can already tell you with absolute certainty. I'll put these 3 pieces into my glamour dresser, and I will never want to create a glam with any of them. Because I don't want a warrior-specific glam. Alright, now let's actually go and do this before I forget, like I have with so many other quest lines. I need to head back to my inn room and look in the unending tale thing so I can figure out which ones I still need to do the 80s on. Because 80 quests, you know, aren't blue, and they aren't marked up here. They're just gold. I think I'm using the Allegan PvP set on your Marauder. The late Allegan stuff, the, like, Metal Gear, like, stealth suit stuff. Sleek and Mass Effect adjacent. Yeah, that might be the stuff. Oh no, you might be using the Allegan ones. I like a lot of the late Allegan. I like the casting and healing late Allegan stuff. And some of the other ones that are kind of like Raiden wearing his cyber body look, right, are okay as well. I really do like the healing and the casting late Allegan stuff, though. Those are really good sets. Once, twice, 3 times a warrior. Oh, God, no. God damn it. Like, I can already tell you from this one picture I'm going to despise everything about this 80 quest. Because we're talking to Curious George, and the picture has the woman he's in love with and some fucking Zayla dude who's obviously trying to court her which means some dipshit's trying to move in on his girl, and I have to watch Curious Gorge try and prove himself to... Oh my god. Every single part of this storyline makes me not want to hit accept here. I really don't want to see this. Ugh, fuck it, let's go. Gosh, how long has it been? Been dedicating my... It's been 5 minutes, dude. Myself wholly to my training for some time now. Day after day after day. I fear my progress has come to a halt of late. You look well, a fair bit stronger than I remember even. What is your secret, my friend? How have you grown so much more powerful? So I got sucked into this portal and traveled to another world. Yup. Like, everything that seemed to be indicated by that quest title and the picture makes me think I'm gonna hate everything about this story. Wait, I can tell this is going to take a while. So I've just finished my training. Why don't we speak at length on dry land? Quest title is also a Lionel Richie song. This does not bode well. So there are more worlds than this, eh? It's a lot to take in. This Granson, you gods. See the woman you love taken from you before your very eyes. No wonder he struggled so mightily to pick up the pieces of his life. Listening to your tale, I realize what it is I've been missing. One thing I lack to spur me to even greater heights. Yeah, it's almost as if you never should have left the Azam Steppe, you idiot. This is love. It's almost as if you could have just stayed there and spared me this stupid 80 quest. Sent several missives to Dorgono, you see. He has yet to respond even once. Waited patiently, eagerly, but still no word has arrived. Fear has crept into my heart. Has she forgotten me? Has she met another? Great. So we have to deal with him being jealous, some other dipshit Zayla being nearby, who Dorgono's obviously not interested in, but he has to have this stupid misunderstanding and think she's in love with this other guy. I can see every single step of this 80 quest laid out before me, obviously, in the most simple, obvious, fucking bullshit cliched manner I can ever imagine, and I'm gonna hate every second of it. Look at your whole face there. Yep. I know the reason for a delay. I must know. It's no time for training. This is some fucking third act misunderstanding garbage from a rom-com, and I hate it. How can I afford to be patient? Grance's time with his beloved was cut short. Who's to say ours will not be as well? Or worse, if it already has. It's decided. I will purchase passage on the next ship for the Far East and return to the Azam Steppe with all haste. I'm coming, Dorgono! Please don't say that. Like, ever again. Ah! She showed up right as he ran off. Ashan, how fortunate you are here. I've been looking all over for Curious Gorge. Marauder's Guild told me he trained near here. But I did not know you did as well. Yeah, he just ran off to sail to the Far East. What do you mean he's going to the steppe to see me because I never answered any of his missives? Is this a joke? No matter how many he sent, I would have never responded. Our people have no written tongue. Whatever reached us was probably fed to the goats. I love that the Azam Steppe has a purely oral history, and so it's like, I couldn't have read or written back to him anyway. I love that so much. I will admit that's a slight twist that's hilarious. Let us hope that someone informs him of our arrival before he gets on a ship. As for why I've traveled all this way, it was at the behest of my father, who wished to thank you and Curious Gorge personally for fighting on our behalf. Oh, is this actually her dad? Oh, thank God this is slightly different than what I thought it would be. Thank God this is not as fucking garbo cliched as I thought it was. It's still bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I am Luzon of the Karel. His last order was come, and they did, all of them. Even the dragons, oh God. You are Shanlet, the Khan who stood with my people against the Shahan. Yep. But that is not all, for you also helped my youngest daughter gain control over the will of Karash. No words can express the depth of my gratitude to you. You promised not to speak of Karash. But I must. My heart broke when she was marked as taken and exiled. Never again would I see her, I feared. But then she returned. Blood of my blood, master of Karash. My little girl, and it is all thanks to you. I'm sorry, that's a misquote. Thanks for your deeds. I wish to present to you 30 horses. I think I already have probably close to 30 mounts in my back pocket, dude. So another 30 would be fine. I could probably find room for them on my island sanctuary. Exact line is his last order was come and they came, all of them, even the dragons. God. That's terrible. Father, no. This is not the way of Eorzea to give horses as thanks. Besides, he is a traveler. They would only be a burden. I could find a place for them. Apologize, Khan. Now then, I must also express my gratitude to the others. Warriors of the Maelstrom, were they? I believe I recall the way. Come on, they had zany dialogue. Yeah, well, it was pretty much expected. You have the time to spare, might you accompany us? Having traveled so long solely in the company of my father, I am finding him increasingly exhausting. She's finally reunited with her clan, and all she could get is like, reunited with her family. God damn it, they're annoying. Like, all that work to reunite with her clan, only to be like, God, they're annoying. Dorgono Blue Blade. I didn't know that was what the title, I guess you could call it, that she used. Broken Mountain. I really, really hope that Curious Gorge already jumped ship to the far east and, like, we don't even see him in the rest of this story. This story ends with, like, well, I hope he'll come back eventually. Thing for when you have a moment in the meme channel. Oh, yes, you did. Memes, 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 memes. Even the dragons. And they came, all of them, even the dragons. Yup. I don't know who that streamer was, but yeah, he's just like trying to drink and just laughs. And with a line like that, that's that blunt, it's like, that makes sense. It was a pleasure to see you again, Ash, as well as Dogono. I'm surprised to see her, as you doubtless are, and in the company of her father besides. The streamer either, but that was the best video of the line. I must insist that you accept a small token of my appreciation. I do not doubt my daughter was quite the handful. No less than 50 goats, I think, should suffice for the imposition. 50 goats would be a far greater imposition, father. Keeps trying to give us herd animals and stuff. Although, actually, for the Maelstrom, 20 horses would probably be really useful to them. They could make use of that, dude. And I could probably make use of the goats on my island. It really was no bother, sir. A pleasure, honestly. And a regrettably short one at that. So much so that we were hoping we might see her again. So you can imagine our surprise and delight when you arrived. If not horses or goats, then... Wait, are you not the leaders of these warriors? Yet you do not carry an axe. Why is this? That is because I cannot. Not since I was defeated by mine own brother in battle. He had succumbed to his inner beast, your Karash, and struck a blow with such ferocity from which I have never fully recovered. But it is well that he did, for I too was enthralled to the beast at the time. Had he not given it his all, countless innocents may have died by my hand. It is not an unfamiliar story. Many a Corel has suffered a grievous injury which rendered them unable to fight. But I am a healer, and I can help you to wield your axe once more. This is in your power. did not think it was possible. Pains me to see a warrior who yet yearns to fight but cannot. I love that he's like, I am a healer, and has a gigantic axe on his back. Like, I guess everyone in their clan is a warrior, and I'm sure his healing is not magical healing. It's like herbs and holistic remedy type stuff. Learned in the steppe, I'm sure. But cannot allow me to treat you as repayment for your kindness. So glad am I to accept. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Leeches. It's always leeches. Leeches. Many, many leeches. It's like, sure. Treatment requires a quantity of shiva moss. And many leeches. Well, it is not native to your land. I believe a similar type grows here. Let us go and gather some. You lot return to your training for now. I don't know about you, Ash, but I'm bloody excited. Like, I'm much happier wearing this Diadoko stuff than I am any of the warrior armors. Every single one of, like, the artifact warrior armors looks terrible. Which is pretty impressive, because for almost every single other job, I've found at least one of the artifact sets that looks pretty good. But, like, every one of the warrior sets was just terrible. That's not to say I really use many of the other artifact sets, because, again, I hate single job. I hate putting together a glam that only works on one job. I'd rather have glam sets for roles. Or for specific story content, like my detective set that I put together for specifically Hildebrand stuff. The moss of which I spoke, I spied in this place not long ago. We will need a moderate amount for the ritual to heal Broken Mountain. You and Dorgono can both assist me in this. Look for mossy rocks nearby and shatter them with a heavy swing, then gather up the shiver moss. Ah, I remember this game. The Marauders were always breaking rocks to hone their skills. This will be easy. Heavy swing on mossy boulders. Boom. You blow all those boulders apart. You wield your axe with great skill, huh? May I have the shiver moss? Ah, crap. I forgot to check the flavor text on that. Usually I try to check the flavor text before I turn in any, like, quest item to see if there's any stupid or hilarious stuff on it. Very good. Now, before my daughter returns, there is one other matter which I must discuss with you. She is a woman grown, and as her father I must think of her future. Of marriage, she wishes me to marry her. Alas, she has shown no interest in any warriors of the Karel. At first I thought none suited her, but then I began to wonder. Was her mind made up? Had she already chosen a suitor? Realizing this, I persuaded her to come with me to Eorzea. Now that we have met, I feel more certain than ever. Dorgono has fallen in love with a warrior of another land. It's not me, though. Not be happier for her. For who could disapprove of the champion who stood against the Shahan? Technically, you're right. She's not, unfortunately, she has not fallen in love with the Han of the Steppe, but she did fall in love with a warrior who stood against the Shahan. Adran Leth, Han of the Steppe. I will not oppose the union of you and Orgono. I offer you my blessing. Did I mention I'm eternally bonded to someone else? Unfortunately not. Not all that keen on the whole institution of marriage. There's this bloke called Gorge. My heart belongs to the sea. No, don't mind if I do. It's like, sure, don't mind if I do. Just like mess with him even more. Hey, who are you to decide such things for me? It's like, don't mind if I do. I'm not marry Ash. I've already chosen a suitor and it is not him. Oh, I see. I was so certain that... so who is this other? We will not discuss this any further. We have the moss. Now let us go and prepare for the ritual. Like, I love just fucking with people so much, man. Having the dialogue choices to screw with people is the best. Pray forgive me, Han. I spoke out of turn. Orgono is right. We should attend to the ritual and restore Broken Mountain to the warrior he was. Kupo? Yep, exactly. Kupo dialogue choice is the best. I love when I got the chance to do that. We're trying to be all serious and I was just like, Kupo! Those are always the best dialogue. I brewed an elixir using the moss. Drink it now. Very good. Your body is ready. You must now receive the power of another great warrior. I can think of none more suitable than you, Han. We must awaken the Kharash within him once more. I bid you summon the strength of Father Azim and strike Broken Mountain with all your might. Nice. You bid him what now? All your might. Hold nothing back. Swing to kill anything less and he will be crippled worse or die. Yes! Bring it, Broken Might! Broken Mountain! All my might! Just whack! I'm always happy to hit someone as hard as I possibly can. Heaven hells. What is this? This feeling I feel welling up from deep within. This fire. This passion. This rage. Beast stirs again. Its power is mine. Fills me with strength. Yet I remain in control. Huzzah! The strength never left you, my friend. The injury was not one of the flesh, but of the heart. Trickery of the mind. Deception of the self. The elixir served only to steal your flesh and dull the pain, so you could stand fast against the Khan's axe. Alright, put your shirt on now. Yep. You'll not need it again, for the fear that held you hostage has fled. I see. It was in my head all this time. No secret that fear can cripple a man worse than any wound. I never thought. Gods, what a fool I've been. Thank you so much for helping me to overcome my foolishness, Lusan. You've made me a warrior again. Darn, he actually made his way back. I was hoping this storyline would end with, like, Curious Gorge on the other end of the world trying to reunite with her. Or whatever. Thank him. For a warrior of surpassing strength and power is indispensable for this ritual. No other could have served as well. Hey, for there is no greater warrior than Ash. Mr. I'll make a man out of you smacks with an axe at full strength. Oh my god, it's still gonna be some bullshit third act misunderstanding. Of course it is. Gorge, you're stupid to the last. Don't mind if I do, Gorge. Don't mind if I do. You're an idiot, Gorge. How could you, Ash? You and Dogono all this time. All makes sense now. The letters, the silence. It was you. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go with that, dipshit. You deserve to think you're being... you know what, I probably shouldn't use that word. Stream. You deserve it, Gorge, after being this much of an idiot. Or at least to think it after this much of an idiot. Curious, Gorge, what is this nonsense you speak? What's gotten into you? Is he gonna rage? Do I get to fight him and prove he's pathetic? The word he doesn't want to say is... Just scream it as loud as you can, Baron. Oh no, you don't, you stupid fool. Yes, beat him up. Just send him flying. Dipshit. Forget being dumb, Gorge. Yeah, every time they do a close-up, I'm not sure about this hairstyle. It's definitely more high definition than my previous one, because my previous one was a base hairstyle, so it's like an old 2.0 hairstyle or something. But I just don't love the look of this one. I really do love the accessories, though. The accessories, that's great. I love the little, like, braid with feathers on it on the end there. I fucking love the little feathered braids. But I just don't really like the rest of it. I'm so sorry, everyone. When I went to the docks to find a ship bound for the Far East, I ran into some marauders. Told me Dorgono and her father had come. So overcome by joy, I began searching for them at once, but when I finally found you here, I saw how you looked on Ashran with such joy. All my earlier fears came rushing back, and the beast within me seized control. You mean you were an idiot, and so you be an idiot, because you're an idiot. Then there's new hair I check out to see if it works, but none of them match my glamours. I made them with that massive Viera hairstyle of mine. They look weird. I don't mind so much about my glamours. I think the hairstyle works fine with them. I just don't like it. Like, everything it's got going up on top and at front with the hair, like, flipping off all over the place, I just don't love it. It better not happen again. You're lucky I held back. Next time I won't. She launched him 100 feet into the sky by holding back. Yeah, Gorge is definitely never going to get higher than 3rd best warrior. In fact, now that his brother can pick up the axe again, he's probably going to be 4th best. Brother, is it true that you have finally fully recovered? You're a warrior reborn. Congratulations, it's like a dream come true. Indeed, brother, indeed. At first I struggled to believe it, but it is as Lusan says. I must go and join the training sessions at once. Do not fear, the beast will not claim me again. You're all stupid, so you're all perfect for each other. Cannot thank you enough, Lusan. It has been longer than I can remember since my brother smiled so. You've given us such a gift. It is the least I could do after all you have done for my daughter. Thank you for your kindness and your hospitality. Our time is short, however, and we must be on our way. Like, are you finally just gonna go to the step, Gorge? Because I think that's where this ends. Right now it looks like they're gonna leave Dorgono here. But I really think this storyline ought to have ended with Gorge just moving to the step and joining the Corel clan. Having said that, Dorgono, I'm reminded that you are still young and want for experience. You are not yet a warrior fit to wed. So I bid you continue to strengthen your body and mind here in this land. It suits you, I think. So goofy when she gets, like, excited. And yeah, the closer I look at her armor, it is the artifact that was definitely based off of her armor. Because she has the exact same gauntlet and boots, but the top and the bottoms were a little different. You hear that? I can stay. We can even train together. I can show you all the techniques we could all use to hone our skills. Aye, but first I must teach you my methods. You must come with me to Hidden Falls right this instant. Yeah. You too, Ash. I have a few final words I wish to say to you there. I'd really rather not intrude on this disgusting romance. Like, I don't want to come back to Hidden Falls. I don't need to see you two making out under the freaking waterfall. Maybe that's the girl. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, because I would imagine the artifact set would look pretty similar on male or female. The shape would be a little different, but it would otherwise look pretty similar. And the top and bottom look pretty different from her.
And water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water.
No, take the water to the face. Take it. Like the way the red mage sets almost always have mini skirts for some reason on girls. Yeah, I don't know why that is. What do you think about that? I never did end up making like an alt. I did want to have at least one alt, but I kept being like, eventually I'll make an alt to do this or that or that or this, but I never really ran out of stuff to do on my main, so I never bothered. Technically, I do think I have a female alt on some server or other, but she's like level 10 or something, you know what I mean? I may have actually deleted her at some point. I never did anything with the alt. Trust you understand what this all means, my friend. Now that my brother is taking up the axe again, the competition for the title of Eorzea's greatest warrior will be that much more intense. It really isn't. Like, I'm pretty sure I can already tell you exactly what the lineup is. It's me, then Dorgono, then Broken Mountain, then maybe you. Don't forget I'm in the running too, you know. So keep at it, warrior. The time will come when we challenge you again. Uh-huh. So keep at it, warrior. And then I immediately change off to a class I actually kind of like. Like, keep at it, warrior. A class that I will probably never play again. That's not true. I'll probably play warrior again at some point or other. It's too fucking good. It's annoying just how much, like, better warrior is than almost every other tank. Because I don't want to play warrior. Right? I want to like Gunbreaker, but I'm not in love with it. I do like Dark Knight, but it's kind of crap as a tank in a lot of ways. Paladin is the only one that I think can kind of stand up to warrior, but I don't really want to be a paladin, and I don't want to be a warrior. But warrior is like miles away better than pretty much every other tank. It's like, you don't want to play warrior? Oh, so you just want to drag your group down? Okay. Like, why would you not play warrior? And they really need to change some stuff to make that not be the case. Where it's like, why'd you bother choosing anything but warrior? That's suboptimal. Alright, I need to head back to town so I can see what other quests I still have left over. Like I said, Paladin can kind of keep up with warrior. Paladin isn't suffering quite as much as Gunbreaker and Dark Knight are. Oh wait, no. I don't want to teleport. Because the Aft Castle has a lot of the stuff you use in your bedroom, but it doesn't have everything, and it doesn't have what I need. Paladin still doesn't really keep up with warrior, but like the self-heal and stuff like that on Paladin's pretty good to be able to keep up with warrior. I think Dark Knight might be the one that has it worst right now. Maybe Gunbreaker, but at least Gunbreaker's got some self-heal going on. I don't know, actually, what the, like, ranking of, fending classes is right now. Is 3 DPS. Dark Knight is 3 DPS in a trench coat. Gunbreaker is 3 DPS in a trench coat, too. It's kind of why I like them. Side quests, chronicles, no. Tribal, class, job, disciple of war, job quests. Okay, paladin's done, monk, warrior's now done, dragoon is now done. I wonder what the 80 on dragoon's quest progression thing was. 80 on dragoon's quest progression. I don't know what that would have been. Done. Done. Machinist. I need to do Machinist 80. Samurai 80. Black Mage 80. Makes sense, because I never play Black Mage. I have almost consistently leveled Black Mage up through Frontline and Wondrous Tales. Like, I don't enjoy playing Black Mage. Black Mage is not a terrible class. Black Mage is a perfectly fine class, but it's not a class that I enjoy playing. And when both of the other casters are classes I enjoy playing, why would I bother? Right? Apparently the caster is probably Green Mage. That'd be weird. Because Green Mage is sort of similar to White Mage in that it's a little bit of like white and black magic. Or Red Mage. Green Mage is a little bit of both, I think. Or am I misremembering Green Mage? Green Mage might have been something else. Oh, Blue Mage? No. I'm behind on Blue Mage, but that makes sense. I'm not even at level 80 yet. Okay. So it's Black Mage, Machinist, and what was the other one? Mainly a debuff class from what I remember. That would suck, honestly. Like, 14 has been going more and more away from, like, dots and debuffs and things like that, right? And moving to more just straight up sort of fighting type stuff. Machinist and Samurai and Black Mage. Okay. Machinist, Samurai, and Black Mage. I'll do Samurai first, because it's probably the one I'm least interested in. So I'll get it out of the way first. And then I think I'll do Black Mage, because I'm not super interested in that one either. And then I'll finish up with seeing what happens on the Machinist questline. Okay. And I guess I'll put the Sen above it. There we go. I always go with simple. I always go with simple job layouts. I don't care. I don't care enough to do the big fancy ones that are taking up too much space on my screen. Yeah, that'll work. So I don't think it would have been a Vera class in Tactics. I don't think it was that aggressively specific in Tactics. In Tactics Advance, I think it was more specified, like specific races could use specific classes. Actually, there might have been some of that in Tactics. You may be right. There might have been some of that in Tactics. I thought Tactics was a little more open, and then it was like in Tactics Advance where they really buckled down on like, oh no, this class can only be used by this particular race. Like, in Tactics Advance, I think only Vera could be fencers or stuff like that, right? Tactics A2. Oh, Advance 2. Okay. Yeah, because that's not the original Tactics. That's Tactics Advance 2. And they really did buckle down on that sort of stuff. Like I said, in Tactics Advance, only Vera were able to be fencers, and there was another class like that too. I don't remember what it was. Okay, I need to... Oh yeah, I need to look these up, because I need to know where I'm going exactly. Boom, boom, boom. All the level 80 job quests, got it. Let's see. Samurai, Makoto Akugane. Let's first complete the battle in Beko. Love Lady physical DPS, got that. Makoto and Kugane. It was also in the art for that game that the green mage had the clover symbol on it. Kugane. Oh man. I've like really fucking tweaked my shoulder somehow. And I don't know what caused it, but it just won't get better. Alright, Makoto. This is why people think it's a green mage. I don't know. Suppose we'll see. I mean, if we do much with, like, Erenville and the Vera at all, then maybe that would kind of make sense that Green Mage becomes a class we can unlock. Although it seemed like at the end of 6.5, it seemed as though, like, Erenville had come back from his time with the Vera to ask you to help him with something, rather than, like, we were going to go off with him. I have no idea where this Makoto is. I should probably just look at the specific location. 13.8, 8.0. Okay. Legend of Muso sites. Shisekegumi Barracks, I think. That's probably it. I'm just waiting for Corsair. I'm waiting to see what they'll do with it. Because I think at this point it's got to be like all but specifically outright stated that they're doing Corsair. They've got to be doing Corsair. I don't know that they actually stated that's one of the new jobs yet or not. I don't think they have. But it's got to be. And I'm waiting to see what they do with it. Because it could be crap or it could be a lot of fun. Legend of Musosai. My friend, how good of you to pay me a visit. And now of all times. You see, I'm about to depart for Eorzea to visit Master Musosai's grave, to tell him of our victory over Ugetsu. That you should come to me at this juncture is most fortuitous. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me on this journey? Thank you, my friend. Unless you wonder, I've not forgotten about Momozigo. I would call on him as well. Upon arriving, let us first go to the quicksand. I think I'll hop back to Limsa first, because it's free, and I can cut down on the cost by teleporting to Ul'dah from there. Silas still here? Sorry, a friend of mine is a friend of a friend, actually, I guess is a better description, is like always hanging out and just hanging out in Limsa. Hey, Nosage is still here. Good. Good to know. Everything is right in the world. He's dancing, everything's fine. Is that Luffy? It's freaking Luffy glam. Or La Luffy, I guess. Oh god. I'm afraid Mozigo isn't here. According to the folk here, he is in the midst of preparing for another spectacle. Though I'm curious as to what he has in store. We shouldn't keep Master Musosai waiting. Let us go to his grave first. The place was the Silver Bazaar, if I recall correctly. Come, let us be on our way. Yeah, no really good way to do it. Okay. Forgot the Silver Bazaar doesn't really have a teleporter anywhere near it. Western. We'll just fly there. I think you could go out to, was it Horizon? Or whatever, and I think you can sail to the Silver Bazaar from there, but even that's trash. Because that's like getting back to the Waking Sands. Oh, way up here. I don't even know what that is. Cobalt Initiative and into the Valley of the Skull. What are these? What the hell are those? Yeah, that's the Waking Sands, but what is... I've never seen those quests. Huh. I'll have to go see what those are at some point. The town is much livelier than I recall. And there are folk attired as samurai besides. Curious. But come, Master Musosai waits. Are there? I don't see a lot of samurai. Familiar maiden. Samurai was Musosai who saved me. That vile moneylender. See you, go back to Nurse Da, back to help. Oh, yeah, that was a much earlier samurai quest. I have forgotten most of that. Afraid. Briefly, when you found me despairing of life under my ruthless father, she guarded behind and took to wandering the realm. Samurai-esque here in Lalafell. And pure evil afflicts the realm. Great and all, but I'm rather partial to his pupil. I'd love to meet him one day. A bunch of people in Eorzea have taken up as samurai now, after all of our adventures. Hello, Kikipu. What are you looking at me for? You idiot. I'm Kikipu. Today, nope, these are pretty normal. Alright. We did it, Master Musosai. With Ashan standing with us, we defeated Ugatsu and put an end to his madness. And your teachings, your legacy, they live on in the Sekisegumi. So please rest easy. It is done. Thank you for accompanying me. I won't stand for this mummery. That sounds like trouble. Let us go and see what is afoot. What could it be? This mummery. Oh my god, cowboy samurai again. Dressing like a samurai don't make you what? You bastard silly Master Musosai's memory. Look at cowboy samurai. They may be dressing like samurai and sullying his memory, but you were working for a gangster, dude. You were working for some scumbag slumlord idiot. Dolls balls, it's you. Ah! That man knows you and Master Musosai both. Would find out who he is. That's the cowboy samurai. Familiar fellow. Forgive me. I've learned my lesson. Since you trounced me on that ship, I've mended my ways. Yeah, that false samurai. I don't even remember your name. Ah, I'm Master Green, the bodyguard to a serial killer who thought he could take you on. I knew that'd be coming eventually, man. You samurai cowboy. I stopped selling my sword to crooks. I'm leading on his life now, selling toad oil. Honest. Seems to me the evil in this man has been excised. Yeah, he just sells toad oil now. You have not to fear from us, friend. Please be at ease, and tell us the cause of your earlier outburst. See, after I saw what a true samurai could do, I knew I wanted to become one too. So I sought Master Musosai out, hoping he'd take me on as a pupil. Only to learn he'd already passed away. Since then, I've been visiting his grave every day in order to get inspiration. Recently, though, someone's been telling the tale of Master Musosai's quest to right wrongs at the quicksand. On account of that, people started dressing up like samurai and flocking to his grave like it's some goddamn spectacle. But they're false, the whole lot of them. Falser than I ever was. I had the honor of knowing Master Musosai. And that Master Musosai I knew would be glad if his tale inspired others to follow in his footsteps. Though he was a solitary man, he did not spurn the company of others. I don't believe he would mind the crowds. Really? Well, I suppose you know better than me. But of course. Might be as Master Musosai is gone. But you were his pupil. I beg you, teach me how to be a true samurai like you. Or you could go to Kugane and join the Sekisei Gumi. They're always looking for new people. Ashan has much demands on his time and is not in a position to take on pupils. But if you are determined to learn, I invite you to come to Kugane. I can introduce you to schools of swordsmanship. Like, if you really want to be a samurai, go to Kugane, dude. It ain't that hard. You mean I could train in the Far East, where it all began? I'd love nothing more than it'd be a dream come true. Oh wait, or can he? I know Ishgard was isolationist, so they wouldn't let us in. I can't remember if Kugane only let us in by... No, I don't think we got an invite of any kind. Eventually we're like, yep, we need to go and figure out what happened to Yugiri and Gosetsu. Let's go. I don't think you needed to be invited to Kugane. Or they would basically just, like, turn you away at the port. Only lets you into that dock city. Okay. So you can only go into the Kugane city. You can't go into the rest of the island. Alright. Alright. So see, he could have. He could have gone to the main port of Kugane and, like, tried to join the Sekisei Gumi or some school of swordsmanship at least. Criterion Dungeon notwithstanding. I have not done the Criterion Dungeon yet. I really should at some point. This may be one of the only chances I have to actually run Criterion Dungeon, like even Savage versions of it, around the time of release with other people. Because the one thing you cannot fucking do at all is get into the Sylvan Subterrane Savage anymore. It's like no one runs that shit ever. So, too bad. All began. I'd love nothing more. It'd be a dream come true. Blah, 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 yeah. Very well. A long journey is better with company. Let us return to Kugane together. Though I wonder, there's someone who has been telling the tale of Master Musosai's quest. Seems to me it could only be one person. Yeah, of course. It would be a shame to have come all this way and not see our friend. Let us try visiting the quicksand again. I would like to see the new Criterion Dungeon, because I know very little about it. As I had suspected, Momozigo is indeed our storyteller. And as luck would have it, he's about to begin another session. Momozigo's just sitting around telling tales. Then again, you didn't finish it. Yeah, neither did I. I didn't even finish the original Sylvan Subterrane either. I only got like 3 or 4 of the storylines. There's like a good 8 to 10 of the routes I never did. Gather ye round, one and all, and listen to my tale. Tale that began with an unlikely meeting between a young adventurer and an elderly samurai hailing from the far east. Known as Musosai, the samurai took on challengers upon the blood sands. Many answered his call, but none had an answer to his transcendent swordsmanship. For a time it seemed that he would go undefeated. Do I really have to listen to him retell the whole story? Because I know all of this. There came one unassuming adventurer, wielding the katana, a foreign weapon he had theretofore never held. He fought with heart and skill to claim victory. Uh-huh. It was a little messed up that Musosai's like, let me make you a samurai and give you a katana, and then challenge you to come and fight me in the arena. It's like, really? With a sword I've never used? To journeying the realm over, vanquishing evil together. Never could the adventurer have imagined that for his final test he must vanquish Musosai himself. Left with no recourse, he drew his katana and faced his friend and master. Freaking Momozigo. Grueling battle unfolded, with neither side yielding a single elm. The adventurer brought his all to bear, but he was matched at every turn by Musosai. We can't be right back. Alright, later, Baron. Who unleashed every technique after deadly technique, betraying no signs of the illness that ravaged his body. At the end of a contest of equals, it was the younger samurai who dealt the final blow to emerge the victor. His master had trained him well. As he lay battered and bloodied on the snow, Musosai demanded that his pupil finish it. Shutting his eyes tight, the adventurer raised his katana. Whoosh! The blade traced a vicious arc. God. And cleaved empty air. The adventurer had excised the evil in Musosai, as Musosai himself had done for those who could yet be redeemed. So it was that the elderly samurai found peace in his final moment. Said that his soul now rests atop the cliff by the Silver Bazaar, where he gazes out at the setting sun. And somewhere out there, the young adventurer continues his noble master's legacy, fighting for justice and vanquishing evil wheresoever it should exist. Kind of. In fact, I saved the entire universe. So, you know. So ends my tale. The Legend of Musosai. Thank you all for your kind attention. So she finally got to hear about the whole adventure. You know, it's harder to do this with you lot in the audience. But it's good to see you all, even Mr. Fake Samurai. Doubtless wondering how I fell into my new calling. Well, during my trip to Kugane, I had the chance to hear a storyteller at the Mujikoza. I knew right away that this is what I wanted to do. My gift to the gab was meant for. That was a masterful and heartfelt retelling. I pray that you will continue to share the tale of Master Musosai with all the world. You can depend on it. Of course, if I'm to be a storyteller worth my salt, I'll need some variety in my repertoire. I've got a ton of them, dude. You're still out there doing your adventuring, aren't you? Don't you have any new tales to share that could make for a good yarn? Uh-huh. The Hunt for Andrea. Probably be better. 12. The quest to right wrongs took you across the rift into another world? Truth really is stranger than fiction. My thanks. This will be a splendid addition to my tales. I'm afraid it is time we sought our ship. Brief though it was, I'm glad for our reunion. I'm gonna train hard in Hingashi, and I'm gonna come back a real samurai, just you watch. If your travels should bring you to Kugane again, please come and seek me out at the barracks. Till next time. Huzzah. Oh, achoo. Big sneeze. You'd think that pretender would have a change of heart and try to become a true samurai. The old man would be pleased. Wow. Goes to show Musosai's legacy truly lives on in you, Ash. And it takes root even in the hearts of those you've sliced up. Just keep fighting the good fight, my friend. And remember to visit me from time to time to share more of your tales. Sure. The Legend of Musosai. Sam I Am 3. You know, I may be picking up a bunch of titles here that I'm not paying attention to. Oh, I got Chloe's best friend. Okay. 50 Wondrous Tales. Oh, God. Loved by the Axe. Don't care. World Cleaver. It's funny, but I don't care. Samurai in a Strange Land. That's an interesting one. Next up is Black Mage. Who's very red for a Black Mage. Let's remove the face mask, though. There we go. It's gotta be here in town, right? I'm almost certain I know exactly where to go to pick up the last Black Mage quest, because it's probably the same place you went to pick up all the other ones. But I guess we'll see. I think I'll probably end up finishing with just the job quests. I should do Boja at some point, though. I have a number of quests just sort of hanging in Boja that I haven't done yet. Although, I'm still farming memories in the first area. I still have a few in the third zone of the southern front that I need to farm before I can progress my relic weapon anyway. So I may as well just keep farming those and wait until I reach the point where I really need to go to Zadnor before I progress the story there. Yeah. It wouldn't be Thaumaturges. It was, was it? It was around the Goldsmiths area, I think. Or was it the Colosseum? It was around this area somewhere. Level 1, level 2, decision, 60-second random, 80, home for a tome, that's it. It's down by the Miners Guild. Do need to get around to Blue Mage eventually. I've seen that there's actually a way for you to sort of speedy level your way up to 80 if you don't have friends that can help you with it. there is a way to kind of speed level yourself. Maybe I'll just do that. Although my friends would totally be willing to put aside like 20 or 30 minutes to help me speed level if I just asked them. I know they would be. But I would be interested to see how this solo speed leveling thing works. How well it works, at least. Welcome back to these halls, Ashran of the Black. I sense that the dark powers in you are ever burgeoning. Pray tell, where have your travels taken you since last we met? A world flooded with light. Yeah, I'm trying to like stretch out my shoulder, the one that's hurting, so it hurts a lot, but I need to move it around and stretch it and stuff like that, or it's not gonna like loosen up, I don't think. A journey to another world, you say? Intriguing indeed. Consider me impressed, and even a bit envious. Thank you for the head pet, Swish. How you were able to peer into the past of the Archmage Nilebert and form a bond across the ages with his young friend Tainer. Though the circumstances are not entirely the same, cannot help but think back to my own encounter with the great Shatoto. Heading out, see you around. Alright, later, Swish. Thanks for hanging out. Speaking of which, I too have been keeping myself occupied. I have recorded every detail we learned on our last adventure in writing. We might... Oh, God. Then we might preserve Shatoto's knowledge for posterity, and avert any similar calamity that may threaten the future generations. Had 2 on list time. Just the other day I put the finishing touches on the final chapter of a final volume, concluding with Shatoto's departure. There is, however, one lingering... Oh, fancy that. I come to check up on Lilai here, and who do I find but our old friend Ash? Oh, God. Well, if it isn't everyone's favorite mutton-headed here. I need neither your support nor your sympathy. I suppose you've never been one to let that stop you. Come now, Lilai. You yourself mentioned that you were at a loss for what to do with the records you had scribed, yes? Simply hope to inquire as to whether there have been any fruitful developments on that front. So you mean to rub salt in my wounds, yes? There have been no developments, fruitful or otherwise. Consulted with my brothers and sisters at the Order of Nald Thal, but to the last man they refused to even entertain the thought. You consulted with... Do you mean to say that you're still a member of the Order? I had always assumed that you had been excommunicated for your pursuit of the dark arts. Excommunicated? Simply for the pursuit of knowledge? Perish the thought. Though to be fair, there are many holier-than-thou types in the Order who share this pig-headed hero's opinion. Irrespective of this, the fact remains that the Order sealed away countless tomes in their vaults when they forbid the art of black magic. Storing my own writings with them, I would argue, is the most logical option. But no. They're too prudish and prejudiced against yours truly to listen to reason. And again, perhaps if a thaumaturge in good standing with the Order were to put in a good word on my behalf, you may indeed find a more sympathetic ear. What do you say, Ashran? Sure, why not? Excellent! Then let us hurry to the ossuary and see if we can't convince that insufferably stuffy Yayake to see good sense. Moment, if you please, Ashran. Tell the truth, the question of where to store her records is not the only matter that concerns me about Lilai of late. Recently, I cannot help but feel that the etheric power within her is shifting, warping in ways that I have not felt before. As for why this is, I cannot yet be sure. Till we discover more, pray look after her, will you? Sure, I suppose. Back out to the Thaumaturge's Guild. Bro, I can't even remember what the third one was that I wanted to do. Samurai, Black Mage, then Machinist. It was Machinist. Those are the ones I'm still missing the 80 quests on, or was. Ash. Well, this is an unexpected surprise. Not an entirely pleasant one, though it is by no fault of your own. The unmitigated gall of you, Lalai. Did you honestly believe that dragging poor Azran here, against his will, no doubt, would convince me to agree to housing your shameful scribblings in our archives? I've said it once, and I will say it again. Till the day you renounce the depraved teachings of Kukuruka, you will find no friends here. I'd see those books burn before I give them a home here, for our sake and your own. I swear, despite that pretentious monocle, you remain as blind as a bat to the big picture. Azran of the Black, talk some sense into this overstuffed secretary. At least one of us here is capable of communicating like an adult. I will grudgingly admit that there is one other who shares Lalai's sentiments. In fact, it is none other than our very own guildmaster, Master what was the name again? Kokobuki! Ha! Does not surprise me in the least. Come, Ashran, let us present our case to someone wise enough to understand it. Yes. I was wondering who might be behind the screaming and stamping that echoed all the way to this chamber. Sister Lalai, was it? Yes, it is true. I find myself rather convinced by the young lady's arguments. It's all but impossible for us to prevent any and all from studying the dark arts. Why then not keep the dangerous knowledge close at hand, where we keep an ever-watchful eye on those who would pursue it? And yet I fear that my own view is not a popular one. My power to influence the others is far from absolute. So I would offer a proposal. Let us state our case directly to the head of the order, to Prioress Dulala herself, that she might pass judgment. You and Lalai shall argue in favor of accepting the tomes, and those opposing shall argue against. Should all go well, the Prioress will agree to the proposal, and the tomes will have a safe home. And yet the plan is not without risk. Should your arguments be less than convincing, there remains a chance Dulala may expressly forbid any further research. If she is in a particularly foul mood, your very place at the order may suddenly become quite tenuous. As if there is any chance my words could be anything but persuasive. I accept. Pray summon the Prioress at earliest convenience. Well, that settles it. We'd best hurry and prepare our argument. Out of our enemy's earshot, of course. Come with me, Ash. Sometimes forget that, like, this is actually a pretty big guild. Because of the fact that you only interact with a handful of the characters in it. This is our chance, Ash. We simply must convince the Prioress at all costs. The future of our art depends on it. Now, what is this curious sensation? A lie. I knew something was amiss. The ether within you is transforming in a most unusual way. Must admit, I've not felt quite myself lately. My head, it feels as heavy as stone. This will not do. I'm afraid I must insist that you submit to a full examination before the hearing commences. Oh no! Lalai! Lalai, can you hear me? Someone fetch a healer! Or, wait, that's me! Idiot. It's no time for panicking, my friend. We must carry her to the Fontistry with all speed. Alright, what do you have for me, buddy? It is as I suspected. The etheric balance within her has broken down entirely. Unchecked energies are now eating away at her from within. I only assume that playing host to Shitoto's memories has put a terrible strain on her, one from which she has yet to completely recover. As it would seem that her mind and spirit are in mortal peril. I've never witnessed this degree of etheric imbalance before. I do not suppose you have. Oh man, transform into an unholy abomination. See, scarcely imagine all you have witnessed in your travels. But an imbalance of ether similar to what I now observe in Lalai would appear to be behind the phenomena you described. We can assume that the memories of Shitoto taking up residence in Lalai's corporeal form stimulated her etheric flow, causing it to shift violently in an astral direction. It only stands to reason we could restore balance by introducing and counteracting umbral aspect. But at 12, I think I've got it. Yet the process will not be quick nor easy. I suppose we've got no choice but to ask Master Kokobuki to delay the hearing. Delay the hearing? Have you lost what little wits you had? If word got out that my condition was the result of my pursuit of the dark arts, it would all but seal Yayake's case against me. No, we must proceed as planned, before our opponents are the wiser. And here's my magnum opus, the fruits of all we went through together. I leave them in your capable hands. Go on ahead and I'll be along in due time. Are you mad? You can't possibly mean to attend the proceedings in your current condition. Of course not. Fortunately, I just so happen to know a hearer who, despite being an unsufferable stick in the mud, has proven himself more than capable in the healing arts. Lie. Very well, leave it to me. I will see that you are back on your feet before the judgment is rendered. Till then, I suppose it's up to Ashran here. Godspeed, my friend. Boop. Back to the thaumaturge. Alright, Kokobuki, let's do this. Lalai will not be joining the proceedings a touch late. Will be joining the proceedings a touch late, you say? It's most unlike her, to say the least. She's entrusted her records to you. Very well. With any luck, we will be able to use them to our advantage. Now allow me to see them. The prioress will be here all too soon. Lalai has not even the courtesy to arrive on time to the hearing she herself requested. I swear the woman's selfishness knows no bounds. I move that her request be dismissed immediately. It is for her own good. Oh, good. Yes, it is as I suspected. You speak from your own experience, don't you, child? I recall that you too once took an unpopular position in support of your erstwhile master Mumuepo, one that earned you only the ire of your brothers and sisters. Yes, and what of it? I fought for a hopeless cause that in the end served only to isolate me from my peers. Is it so wrong that I wish to save Lalai from a similar fate? She must abandon this farce at once and return to her rightful place in the Order. To this I cannot agree. A short time before these proceedings, I perused what I could of these tomes. In their pages are writ not only forbidden secrets of black magic, but accounts of astounding phenomena the likes of which even I could scarcely imagine. Lalai conducted her research without the support or interference of the Order, and the fruits that research has borne cannot be denied. While our guild could not support 1,000 others like her, I see little to gain from stifling one woman's passion and forcing her to work within such rigid rules and regulations. The merits of both arguments are not lost on me, and yet I must confess a degree of ignorance about the matter at hand. All know that black magic was forbidden for its role in bringing disaster to our world, and yet you still practice this art. Tell me, adventure, is this magic as calamitous as the rumors say? Destruction too can bring salvation. There are times when vast destructive powers are needed. This is your claim? From my observations, I suppose you may be right. And yet how are we to be certain this Sister Lalai can be trusted with such potentially ruinous knowledge? My apologies, Prioress. By your leave, I would tell my tale. Black magic is an inherently dangerous art. This I cannot and will not deny. Never would I suggest that even a single mage pursue this path without full knowledge of the perils that lie ahead. It's precisely why I have recorded in painstaking detail not only the arcane knowledge I have gleaned, but every last one of the myriad phenomena, both wondrous and terrifying, I have experienced in its pursuit. Unbreakable bonds formed with beastmen we once thought our sworn enemy. Bodies and souls consumed by the pursuit of forbidden knowledge. An unspeakable calamity revisited upon our world after millennia. We must leave this knowledge to posterity, that our sons and daughters do not repeat the mistakes of our past. Those of you who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. This is the crux of your argument, yes? Very well. Master Kokobuki, I hereby order you to establish a research organization under the auspices of your guild to further study the impact of black magic. I also grant you permission to store the aforementioned tomes in your archives, under the condition that Sister Lalai oversees them. Understood. I will see that both the tomes and Lalai herself find a safe home within our halls. Still not entirely convinced, but if the guildmaster himself is willing to accept responsibility, I have no reason to oppose. Prioress Dulala, Master Kokobuki, cannot thank you enough. Mark my words, you will not regret this decision. I will see to it that this knowledge is passed down as it should be, that the errors of our past will never be repeated. This entire final quest line was just about, like, getting her book published. I do believe the proceedings went about as well as could be expected. Suppose this means that Lalai is now directly under my supervision. Don't think you'll be getting free reign around here simply because I vouched for you, child. I expect regular reports on any and all of your findings. Only through transparency will black magic ever be accepted by doubters and skeptics. Understood. I shall begin to prepare for my first report at once. But before that, there is another with whom I'd like to share these tidings. That is by your leave, Guildmaster. I believe you know well of whom I speak. He awaits us at the Sacrarium. Come along, Ash. Yeah, I think by the time I finish up Machinist, it'll be just about right for my stream. I'll save the Boja stuff for later. And I'll just work on, like, memory farming and level farming, basically. Metal farming in Boja to just level up as much as I can. And then maybe when I move on to Zadnor, I'll be able to be high enough level that I can do, like, most of the storyline all in one go. So you see, I simply thought that, well, whatever is the matter, Lalai. This is your moment of triumph. I would expect you to be more triumphant. Of course I am. Simply that, well, clearly I did not accomplish this on my own, so... Ashran of the Black. Ashran of the Black, and yes, you as well, Zaya Nelha. You have my deepest gratitude. I dare say this has been a momentous day in more ways than one. Once again, Lalai, my congratulations, and you're most welcome. With that, I should be on my way. Next we meet, I would introduce my colleagues from Stillglade Fane. Now that you are no longer a pariah, I suppose they would not be averse to exchanging knowledge with you. Just when I was beginning to take a liking to that dolt. At any rate, though my official position may have changed, my mission remains the same. I'll do all in my power to preserve our art for the future generations. Pray, continue to lend me your aid, Ash of the Black. Run of the Black. All these stupid titles. I already have of the Black, so of Stranger Shadow. It's an interesting one. And last but not least, Machinist. Which could only possibly start in one location. Like, it's gotta start at the manufactory. It always does. Machinists for the morrow. Again, his prospectometer are once more focused upon you. Ah, Ashran, the prospectometer never fails. That almost sounds like the Ishgard song, actually. Prospectometer never fails. I knew your own well-honed instincts would alert you to my current turmoil. It is our faithful Joy who concerns me. Her behavior has been awfully odd of late. Frequent outings on parts unknown, acting secretive, that sort of thing. Reminds me of the time her father was being held captive, and I worry that she once more finds herself the victim of nefarious circumstances. No, she's probably just out hanging out with her girlfriend. It is, as they say, where you come in. An adventurer and machinist of your caliber should have no little trouble discerning the severity of her situation. Discreetly, of course. I would make a few subtle inquiries myself. Love the Ishgard. Yeah. I fear that Joy, her senses on edge as they are, would soon detect the attempt. fortune would have it, she only just left on one of her mysterious outings. You should be able to catch her in the vicinity of Saint Renette's Forum. If you leave immediately. I mean, from the picture of the quest, it looked like she got a new girlfriend and she's hanging out with her. Shooting shit up. Sorry, Joy. Hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. Yup. I just got here myself, as a matter of fact. But we'd best be getting along all the same. Aye, today's the day. I can feel it. That is two of my favorite characters hanging out. That's good. A champion. You have business in the city. With my sister, mayhap. Thought I spied her in the crowd, making her way to the forum. So Lord Stephanivian is concerned for Joy, too. Well, he's placed his trust in the right agent, if it is discretion he requires. As it happens, I may even have information of use to you. It's been brought to my attention that Joy and Hilda have been spotted together in Falcon's Nest on more than one occasion. They both earned a measure of fame here in Ishgard, you see, sufficient to warrant a curious mention to the Temple Knights when the two of them are seen traveling as a pair. I am somewhat curious about Hilda's activities myself, but I shall leave further investigations in your capable hands. Pray convey my regards to Lord Stephanivian. God, the Diadocos aiming stuff looks so good. The aiming set for Diadocos is amazing. Fending too, but I'm not a big fan of it being all like bright white the way it is, the fending set, so I dye it. But this aiming stuff is great, like just the way it is. Oh. No, they just want me to go straight back to Stephanivian. That's weird. I was wondering why it looked like it wasn't getting closer to the marker. Oh, Ashan. Welcome back. Were you able to divine art of consequence? With Hilda, you say? What in Halone's name could they be doing in Falcon's Nest? Not a peep from my prospectometer. Suppose there's naught else for it. We must fall back on old-fashioned reconnaissance. Right, lend me your assistance a while longer, Ash. To Falcon's Nest we go. Dusk to Dawn. Nice name. Oof. Hiccups or something. There you are, Ash. Had you any idea how famous our machinists have become? I had only to mention Joy and Hilda by name to be inundated with a veritable flood of rumors. Seem our unlikely pair en route to the Black Iron Bridge. Just like that, we have our next destination. Even more fitting. The motorcycle. Even more fitting, because I'm a machinist right now. I still get so annoyed with these zones where they like only put a single aetheryte down and it's on one corner of the map. So anytime you're trying to go anywhere, you have to like travel across the entire map. Luckily, they don't do that too often anymore these days. But they really ought to introduce another aetherite in this zone. Shots from a firearm. There could be no mistaking the owners. Come, we might have a better view from the edge of the cliff. It's no good. I've got nothing. What about you, Joy? My mind's a blank. Easy enough to say, but a damn sight harder to do, eh? We've always had an instructor before, showing us the way. Not surprising we'd stumble a bit, trying to come up with stuff on our own. They're trying to create their own techniques. I suppose I thought we'd have made more progress by now. Are you sure we shouldn't ask his lordship for a little advice? That'd defeat the purpose then, wouldn't it? If we're to stand on our own 2 feet, then we need to work this out ourselves. Yeah, you've the right of it. We just keep shooting then and hope we find our target. Let's move on. Boom. The transformation is so weird. Keep meaning to ask, but how in the bloody hells do you do that? Do you flick off the hairbands when you draw the weapon? I love that she's like, how do you do that? No time for questions, Ilda. Your breath would be better spent searching for new shooting things to shoot. Joy, I love that. Do you flick off the hairbands when you pull the weapon, or what? I fucking love that Hilda's the one who had to bring it up. Like, how do you do that, girl? Unfortunately, I'm also not going to learn a new trick. Because this is an 80 quest, so there's nothing here. I've already learned all the tricks. It was I who dreamed up the machinists. And Rosenthal who helped bring the idea into being. The machine we put together, well, that was driven forward by the likes of you and Joy and Hilda. And as naturally as if I'd planned it, you and those 2 ladies took charge of my designs. One of the new tricks was shotgun. Yo! One of the new tricks was shotgun. It is a strange feeling, how wildly the needle flicks twixt a mentor's pride and an inventor's longing. Let me send a message real quick. I can finish this one actually. It would seem, however, that our comrades are experiencing some difficulties with the particulars of developing new techniques. A problem to which we might offer a solution. But in light of their efforts to achieve independence, simply begin bellowing directions seems boorish. Do you have any ideas on how to proceed? Give their imaginations a nudge. Little creative push, you think? That could certainly help break them out of the slump they find themselves in. But how exactly to provide that inspiration? But of course, the answer stands right there in front of me. You stand at the peak of the profession, the living embodiment of all it means to be a machinist. All we need do is have you demonstrate the techniques you have acquired and refined over the course of your illustrious career. What could possibly be more inspiring? I learned how to buckshot. Good against Ashkin, I understand. Oh god. I shall head out now and herd a suitably monstrous opponent back for you to dispatch. Send this really quick. Monstrous opponent they dispatch. The sound of shots ringing out should bring the ladies running to investigate, just as those alerted us to their location. Right then. We can reconvene at the spot once our little show is concluded. Okay. Give me just a second. I need to order some pizza. Because I've been craving pizza today, and I was just seeing if someone else was going to be willing to pick it up for me. Or if I should just wait until I finish my stream to pick it up. Near us today, ASAP, yes. Exactly. I think I'll get the calzone thing again. Oh, should I get some breadsticks? Nah, I don't really love the breadsticks. I like the cheese sticks. Thin pepperoni. And the like Italian bread, whatever. Deep dish is pretty nice, but no, not today. No, that's fine the way it is. Wings, no. Dips, no. Drinks, no. Okay. That should work. Let's go ahead and check out. Let's see if there's any deals going at the moment. Boom, 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 boom. Today's deals. Online order of $10 or more. That might be a good one if it still works. Classic with any nope. Half off wings, crazy bread. Nope, that'll be a good one if it's still working, that is. Let's see. Wow, it is still working. Cool, I saved a couple bucks. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. It's not a bunch, but I saved a little bit. I also have other abilities such as Bioblaster. I've been doing war crimes, chemical warfare for the win. Fucking Bioblaster, I love that. $354 to $359. Got it. Save that. Share it. Message. And There we go. That should work. That should do it. Alright. Always glad when I can find someone else to go pick stuff up for me. Like, being able to just stay home and not have to go out in the fucking scorching hot sun is always nice. Yeah, let's see. What have I learned since finishing? 70 is flamethrower, so they would have taught me flamethrower. I've learned chemical warfare. Bondage. Mech warfare. Shotgun. Look at Geneva violations. Buzzsawing people. Look, that's what I've learned. Since finishing up with the Machinist, I've learned like 12 different Geneva Convention violations. That's what I've learned. Like, whoever gets my Machinist crystal next is gonna have a weird training. Let's just call it the Geneva Suggestion. Okay then. That was easy. The moment you weren't being taught by another person, your wall just decided to choose extreme violence. Yep. It's like, Stephanivian, you might want to dispose of this job crystal when I'm done with it, because if this one gets passed on to anyone else, the Machinist Guild is going to come under serious scrutiny. Some war crimes could be forgiven when I'm saving the entire universe, but for anyone else who gets taught by this job crystal, that might be a problem. Nicely done, Ash. I'm truly in awe of what you can accomplish with my contraptions. Tell me, where did you learn such control and power? Journeyed through a land without night. I feel the magnitude of such a journey falls beyond the scope of my prospectometer. But the results of your experience speak for themselves. And assuming they were watching, our two machinist comrades will have certainly gleaned a lesson or two from your expert demonstration. Just imagining someone else holding it, looking horrified while it glows ominously in the ASEAN theme play. Uh-huh. Yep, oh god. Yes, I believe our work here is done. We return to Ishgard. Just looking on. Sorry. It is actually, there's a section of the Screaming Cowboy that sounds pretty similar to this song. Pretty bad. Oh, thanks, Ash. I have been at a complete loss in this matter. Were it not for you, I'd have been at a complete loss of not for your invaluable assistance. Imagine I'm not the only one singing your praises this day. Speaking of which... Look at you two, thick as thieves you are. Seems we was right. Rather a brusque greeting, even for you, dear Hilda. Something on your minds? It was awfully convenient for Ashran to put on a grand show of skill, just as we was scratching our noggins over new techniques. I wager it was me lordship would have had him pulling the trigger. How did you... Because you were blatantly obvious, stupid. What, do you think he was being sneaky? Notoriously helpful champion of Ishgard popping up right where and when we needed him. Unlikely. It's not that we're ungrateful, you see. We was already trying so hard to follow in your wake. Hey, it was like being lost at sea and finding an island that's not on the map. Bit perplexing, but welcome all the same. Guess what we're saying is that you've given us our bearings and a firm footing to start charting our own course. And there you have it. Further proof that my prospectometer was in fine working order when it first chirped in your presence. 200 years later, why can't we use that job crystal, Master? Didn't you use it once? Guildmaster staring into the distance, clearly having a non-flashback. Like, any job crystal once carried by the Warrior of Light has become poison. Don't touch it. Right, well, we've said our piece. It's time we go back to squeezing them triggers. Keep an eye on me, Lordship. Soon enough, we'll be the ones showing you what a machinist can do. War crimes, girls. Just think war crimes, alright? War crimes. That'll guide you to amazing machinist techniques. Is my subterfuge truly so transparent? Ah, but how swiftly my charges have grown, and how easily did it slip my notice. So unlike the deliberate evolution of my inventions. Let us not forget your astounding development. Dare say no barrage of shots has ever proven so instructional. Thank you again, Ash. And do feel free to drop by the manufactory from time to time, even when we're not threatened by some peace-shattering crisis. Oh, God. Summoner Stone and suddenly Proto Carbuncle pops out for some reason. It's this salivating, vicious carbuncle that wants to eat the world. The shot heard across worlds. Yep. I believe that is every single one of the 80 quests. I believe that's all of them. Let me see. Character. Disciple of War. Unfinished. A couple classes to level up. Yeah, more Blue Mage stuff to do. A couple classes to level up. That's about all. This is just levels, right? This isn't the quests. No, this would be quests. Job role quests. Unfinished. Quest the Iron Bellows. Okay, that's for Smith. This is all artisan stuff that I don't have yet. The golden mean for every trial. Alright, blah blah blah. These are for finishing the... yeah, okay. All Disciple of War quests available at 30. Magic quests at 30. Hand, land, blah blah blah. All the way to 90. Yeah, I don't have any of these job ones left anymore. I have so many achievements. I have so many achievement certificates that I have nothing to spend them on. That about finishes that up. Anything else I desperately needed to do today? I mean, I'm getting there. Tanks, healers, and a whole slide of DPSs are done. I still need to finish melee, which there's not a lot to melee, really. The problem is 80% of the melee classes are either they don't play in a way that I enjoy, or I don't care for the aesthetic. So I think I'm going to end up having to be a Reaper main, like, by default. Because I don't really want to be a Samurai or a Dragoon. I don't like the way Dragoon plays. I don't like the way it plays. I don't like juggling mudras, so I don't want to do ninja. Monk, as much as I love the aesthetic, I just don't like the way it plays. Samurai, I think, plays okay, but I prefer Reaper to Samurai aesthetic-wise. So I think I'm going to have to be a Reaper main, like, by default. Just because none of the others really fit me very well. Over here, I still want to get Red Mage up to 90 to play it at 90. Summoner's fine. I want to see if I enjoy Red Mage more at 90, though. Definitely Sage. I would kind of prefer Gunbreaker. Maybe Dark Knight will work. But Warrior is just so much better. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still up in the air over Tank, because it's like, these two play really... These two are powerful, but I don't want to be either of them. So I don't really have a tank that I'm set on. And over here, I'm really kind of loving Dancer most for ranged, I think. Reaper is fun. Reaper is fun. I like, just because I'm saying by default, don't deny, Reaper is fun. It is a fun class. It's just, I really, really desperately wished that Monk didn't feel like shit to play. I really wish Monk did not feel horrendous to me to play. Because I really do want to be like bare knuckle fist fighter Monk man. Is such an aesthetic that I love. It just feels such garbage every time I try to play it. Oh look, there's another Luffy. It's because of the live action show on Netflix. It's got because of the live action show on Netflix. Everybody's dressing up like that now. He's on the tip of everybody's mind at the moment, I think. This ain't worth trash. 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 Literally none of those are selling for very good. I just changed my prices recently, so they should be fine. Oh, look, some garbage to sell. Garabonian carbon rods. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and finish up my stream here. I've been going for about 3 hours. I was thinking of doing some Boja stuff, but there's plenty more generic Boja stuff of just like grinding I can do before I really desperately need to like move to story. Get in there, Nuggies. Get some training done. So I'll probably just work on that. Work on my my relic. I have the Zone 1 and Zone 2 memories that I needed 20 of. I have 10 of the ones from Zone 3, so I still need to grind out Zone 3 in the southern front in order to get 10 more of those memories, and then I can upgrade my relic to the second rank, first rank, whatever you call it. To Part 2. Oh, Hanks is done. Did they already mention that? They really haven't. Okay. Someone will mention it to him eventually. I don't remember who in the Discord runs Hank. Actually, Hank might be the name in the Discord as well. We'll see. Someone will let him know. Anywho, let me hop over to Twitch. And let's see who is live right now. Many of my friends are up to something. It's just separate ways. 14 on mine. Ooh. Heaven on High, floor 70 plus. Is he doing it solo? That'd be interesting. Lords of the Fallen. A bunch of people are doing Lords of the Fallen lately. Demonologist. Valorant. Nope. Nope. No, maybe we'll go over to Blue again. We've rated him pretty recently, but still. If he's doing solo. Oh yeah, I think he's doing solo. Good timing, Baron. I tab over to Blue to see what he's up to, and you're like, Dukes! But yeah, we'll go ahead and officially send the raid over to Blue, who's doing Heaven on High solo, like floor 70 and above. And I know Baron's already over there, but if anyone else gets left behind by the Twitch raid, that's where we're headed. I will most likely be streaming again, unless I fuck up my sleep schedule again. Sunday, Monday... Maybe Monday. If not Monday, probably not till Wednesday, though. Because Tuesday, I think I'm celebrating a birthday with one of my family members. So I may need to focus on that on Tuesday. Though I may have time. We'll see. And, it may be more 14 stuff. I really want to kind of buckle down on doing 14 stuff for streams for this month. Because I don't think I'm going to let my subscription stay after this month. I'm probably going to let my subscription lapse again until the second part of 6.5 comes out in like January. So I want to do as much as I can while I have the subscription up this month. So it'll probably be more 14. But I may go back to Dragon's Dogma soon too. But it'll be one of those. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Well, I finished up all my 80 job quests today, guys. Thank you very much and see you later.